Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is the expected sequel to the current best foldable phone you can buy. But if Samsung wants to keep that title, it needs to put more work in. When we tested and reviewed the Galaxy Z Fold 4, we found highs and lows that were similar to those of the previous Z Folds, so we're hoping that this time is different. Samsung should change up the formula a little more and really refine its larger foldable as the premium productivity machine that it's meant to be. The rumors so far show promising signs of this actually happening, but some of the key issues with the Z Fold, and foldables in general, seem like they could stick around. After a couple of years of smaller Z Fold updates, we're hoping to see a bigger one with the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Competition is only heating up with devices like the Oppo Find N already showing alternative ways of making a top-quality folding phone, and the Find N2 and Find Flip are also on the way. Samsung needs to up its game. If it doesn't, how will the company maintain its lead before its competitors like the rumored iPhone Flip and Google Pixel Fold arrive? Read on for a summary of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 rumors as they stand, as well as what we really want Samsung to fix for its 2023 flagship foldable. It's too soon for any rumors of specific Galaxy Z Fold 5 launch dates yet, but we can fairly safely assume that it'll likely arrive next year in the late summer or early fall. This is when Samsung foldables dropped over the past couple of generations. We've no indication of pricing either, but we expect that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 would cost $1,799. Just like the Galaxy Z Fold 4, we still think Samsung needs a cheaper full-size foldable to tempt more users to swap to folding phones, but we'd be grateful if the price at least stays stable. In lieu of any leaks telling us otherwise, we're going to assume that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 will remain a book-style foldable, with a narrow outer display and a squarish inner display. The Galaxy Z Fold 4 widened both displays and made them a bit shorter too, which helped them be more usable. And we hope that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 keeps this subtle but important change. One of the most notable parts of the Z Fold series design is how thick and heavy the phone has to be to house that large inner display. The Z Fold 5 may be somewhat lighter thanks to new materials, but it'll still most likely weigh more than even the sturdiest regular smartphones. In fact, one rumor claims that the phone could be thicker and heavier than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. This would be to allow space for a built-in S Pen though, so it would arguably be worth the extra weight and depth. The screens of the Galaxy Z Fold 5 should be a 6.2-inch outer display and a 7.2-inch inner display, both using 120Hz refresh rates and OLED panels going by previous models. That inner display may change by having a larger, but shallower, crease, at least according to Samsung's previous comments. Doing so makes the line through the display less visible overall. It may also be using different materials like the main body, but for improved toughness rather than reducing weight. The Z Fold 5 may also finally add on-board storage for the S Pen Fold edition that you can currently buy as an optional extra. It's annoying to have to store the stylus separately or in a case that adds a lot of bulk to the back of the phone. So if Samsung can find a way to store the stylus in the Z Fold 5 without adding too much extra bulk, that would be perfect. We already like the Galaxy Z Fold 4's cameras, which have at last brought the foldable up to par with Samsung's other flagship phones by using the same rear sensors on the Galaxy S22 and Galaxy S22 Plus. The foldable features a 50MP main camera, 12MP ultra-wide camera, 12MP 3x zoom telephoto camera, a 10MP outer selfie camera, and a 4MP under display inner camera. Even so, more and better sensors would be ideal, since you're spending a lot more than you would for the Galaxy S22 Ultra, Samsung's best camera phone. Fortunately, Samsung agrees that the Z Fold series needs to take better photo, and has said that to the press and in a reported meeting with component suppliers. According to the latter, Samsung apparently wanted the Z Fold 4's cameras to be even better than they already were, but was limited by the phone's weight. Perhaps the Z Fold 5 can get some cool new gear like the S22 Ultra's 108MP main camera or 10MP tank zoom camera. The 200MP main camera rumored for the Galaxy S23 Ultra would be even nicer. Also, it's time for Samsung to ditch the inner under-display camera. While it lets you enjoy the display in full, the quality of the picture it produces just isn't good enough for anything outside of video calls. But without any rumors to back up this hope of ours, we assume it's sticking around. The safest bet for the Galaxy Z Fold 5's chipset is that it will be a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or better. We're expecting this silicon to be announced soon and to power the vast majority of Android phones in 2023. That said, there may be a plus or similarly enhanced version of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 that the Z Fold 5 would use instead. For instance, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 uses a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, giving it a performance and power efficiency edge over the regular Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip in phones from earlier this year like the Galaxy S22 series. Samsung also needs to improve battery life and charging for the Z Fold 5. It's unlikely that the Z Fold 5 will be able to outperform regular phones on battery efficiency, due to its limited internal space and the fact it's got 2 displays to run. However, being able to last longer than the 8 hours and 20 minutes of the Galaxy Z Fold 4, and closer to the 10-hour mark that most normal smartphones achieve, is something we're keen to see the Z Fold series match sooner rather than later.